You have now entered the Rellcast. This the host, DJ Rell, life alongside Tall and TJ. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Sensitive listeners, beware. Welcome to the Rellcast. It's your host, DJ Rell Boogie. Here with a couple of guests, I guess. Can I call you a guest?
The deal and the guest.
one of the guests, before we get started, I want to tell everybody listening to, if you haven't already, you can follow us on Spotify. Also follow us on anchor.fm/the Rellcast, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and YouTube as well, the Rellcast. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Good?
I'm good.
Yes.
And like I said, one of my guests is, I've known him a long time, probably all my life, because he just happened to be my big brother. State your name, sir.
I'm Big Brother.
Big brother, okay, and your name?
Lindell.
Okay, and here with a guest from a web series, correct?
Yeah, the web series.
Okay,
The Legend.
The Legend?
She's you're a legend.
Oh, man.
She's a legend.
You guys.
The main actress from the web series called Matter of Minutes.
Matter of Minutes.
Okay, and your name, ma'am?
DuVonne T.
DuVonne?
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you.
You too.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
DuVonne. Does that mean
I
something?
really don't know. I think somebody made it up. I looked it up and it had nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
nothing on Google for that.
Oh, okay. I thought it meant
Somebody
like,
may make something up now
princess
for me.
or, you're right.
But we can say queen. Yeah.
Okay, so Matter of Minutes. Matter of time? What is
Matter
it?
of Minutes.
Matter of Minutes. I'm sorry. Matter of Minutes. You wrote this?
Yep, wrote it. Yep, I did. It started off as just we were just going to do just a short film.
Okay.
And literally as we left the first set, it just hit me. I like to say it was God put a vision in my head to just make it a web series.
Okay.
Right.
And we went from there. And the first thing I did was I called DuVonne and I was like, yeah, but how we doing? It's like, we shooting backwards. She's like, oh, okay. So, and then every episode I had short films that I had just been writing, and I just kind of turned them into episodes.
So how long did you know from starting wanting to be a full motion picture to a web series? What made you make that decision? And how long you been writing? Because let me tell you something. Like this guy, you ask him just tips on the computer, and he don't want to do it, but you got web series and movies and stuff. So
No, I've been writing since I started writing in 2007 or 2007. I started writing, and then I went to Miami. They went to film school, 2009, and that ain't work out the way I wanted to. Got sick. And
there's this guy got another plan. That's all that is.
yeah, and then I had to realize that I had kids, so I went to school for IT.
Right.
$100 grand later, 3 degrees later. Now I want to do what I want to do.
Loan.
Oh my God!
Right.
Somebody got to pay them boys back somehow.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And when you read the script for tell us about your character in this web series.
Well, I am the lovely lead female, Tanya Woods, and in this series, I have my lovely husband Nick Woods, and
he don't look lovely. He look crazy as hell.
I mean, no, he's got his moments. He's got a little crazy in him, but it's like a little crazy, sexy, cool.
Okay.
The thing that I loved about it when Lindell told me about it was that I'm a plus size woman, and often you don't see plus size women playing lead roles,
That's
especially
true.
not anything where love is involved. She might be the funny girl or the antagonistic, character, but never, barely ever do you see them in the lead, unless it's a comedy. I've seen that, like
maybe
comedic, sexual.
Maybe Queen Latifah is probably the only lead plus size. I don't consider her plus size. She's like husky.
No, she would be considered plus in this industry.
Maybe that's probably the only one I've seen.
Yeah. But no, when he first told me about it, it was only supposed to be one episode. It was a poem that he did, And I'm loud.
No,
Okay.
you're hitting.
Okay, let me back up.
Yeah.
No, there was supposed to be a poem that we were going to do like a short. It was going to be a short. And from there, it kind of evolved. And I was surprised because he was like, oh, Dee, we're going to do a web series. I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, I was excited because I believe in Lindell. You know, to me, he's got a good heart. That's why no, honestly.
I need an all button.
No, really. That was part of the reason why I agreed to do it. You know, because he's got a good heart. I see he wants to give people a shot, you know.
You okay, man? You need some tissue or something?
Big baby.
It's all right.
Big baby. He wants to give people an opportunity to work. And then he wants it for himself, you know what I mean? So he's been working hard, and you know, I'm on the team.
So tell us a little bit about your character in that web series.
Tanya is kind of crazy. Probably because DuVonne is kind of crazy. But
so it's based on yourself?
Yeah. No, man. And of course, I got to use a little bit of myself in the character, but Tanya is... to me, she's a diehard fan of her husband. You know, she believes in him. He gets on her nerves, as you know, as couples do. Of course, it's like real life stuff. He gets on her nerves, but at the end of the day, I don't think there's anything that she won't do for Nick. And she feels the same way. She believes that he will too, but you know, she deals with insecurities, things that we all deal with for in real life. Right. So yeah, that's kind of Tanya's without giving too much away.
Right, that's good. So how much she said she had to use a little bit of herself, in this web series. So how much? Where did you get this from, as far as writing and putting it together?
I pulled from a lot of experiences myself, a lot of ups and downs and situations that I've been through, and
like, oh, nervous, man. Come on, man.
No, but that's what it is. That's where I pull from, talking to a lot of people. And what I wanted to do was just show a different side of. I really wanted to bring black love to the screen because,
Amen.
A lot of times we don't get portrayed the way that I feel that we should.
Yeah, we had that conversation the other day.
Yeah, so that's what I was going for.
And this is your second web series, right?
No, this is actually my first web series. The first film I did, it didn't make it the way we wanted to. DuVonne was leading that too.
Man, yeah.
Prejudiced.
I thought it was other characters like that.
Yeah, but it was the main story.
Is that the one?
I didn't even know that.
Was that the one that was like the picture where she was on the phone or something?
Prejudge us.
Okay.
Good Lord, that was listen. He has to do that one over, like, for real. We can't leave this earth without that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was going to be, like,
So that's something you're going to get back into work?
Yeah, I've actually started re-editing a script for that. Did a few things. I reached out to a few people that were in the film. They still down to do it. So, we're just trying to make sure we have the right funding and get the kind of the same team, if not a stronger team, on board and knock it out.
What's something that, we talked a few minutes ago about, you don't see a lot of lead actresses as plus size women. What with this web series can you say that can inspire future plus size actors coming out?
I mean, I think we have a few right now that are up and coming in the industry. Well, they've been in the industry, but they're now being seen as the leading lady, or maybe even the sex symbol or what have you, without having to be comedic. Right. For me, I don't know. I just hope I want because even he's repping not just for the plus size women, but the plus size guys as well. Because my counterpart, he's a plus size gentleman, and so you don't see that too often. Where two leads. We
usually the guy,
we fluffy.
Everybody has 6 packs. They're perfect.
Right. And we're real people. This is what real couples, some of us, look like. You know, not everybody is thin, not everybody is fit. And, you know, we love just the same way like everybody else. So I just want people who watch it to possibly see themselves in me and in Joe's character. Joe Lewis is my counterpart.
That's his real name?
His real
Shout
name
out
is
to
Joe
Joe.
Lewis.
I knew it. Like, he looked like a Joe. He looked crazy.
Joe Lewis is his name, and he plays
names.
Nick, my husband. So I want people to see both of us, well, all of the characters, but mainly us because, you know, it's mostly, you know, us in being shown. I want them to see themselves, you know.
So what was your, I think you talked about it earlier, your previous work, was it in plays before?
I have primarily done stage plays. I love the stage. I will never leave the stage. No, the stage prepares you for real life.
Really?
You know, because you have to be, it keeps you on your toes.
Right.
You know, on stage, there's no second takes. Like, once you're out there, you're out there. You forget a line, you better figure it out. Somebody better save you, or the scene tanks, you know. So you have to be on your toes. It keeps you sharp. So, yeah, but I've done mostly theater. Years ago, I did a lot of background work in major films. And modeling, you know, I've done that. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
How, like, what age did you figure out, you like, you know what, this is something I want to do? You know? Or was it something that just, the last couple of years, you thought about doing it?
No, I have a family that kind of, they perform. Like, my cousin, he used to play with and sing with Al Green for years.
Oh, okay.
My dad was, I know, right? No, listen, he sounds just like Al Green when he sings.
So,
So that guitar part,
Yeah.
that's my cousin. That's my cousin playing.
Oh, that's him doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So,
Reverend Al.
yeah, but my dad used to sing. You know, my aunt Pat, she, God rest her soul, she was an artist. She used to paint and draw.
Oh, so it's in the family.
It was kind of in the family. So me, I started early. I taught myself how to play the piano. You know, I know my grandma would, you know, give me lessons, but I learned how to do it. So, you know, she would have the parties and stuff, and she'll pull me. You know, we gotta stay in the room, but she'll pull me out to perform for her friends.
Right. Do the little thing you
So
know, we did the other day.
exactly. So I'll come out, I'll play a little song and sing something, and then back to my room. So I didn't really choose acting at that time. I really loved singing, and so that's what I did for a long time. But I think she sent me to theater class when I was like 12.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of where it took off for me, because we were doing, of course, dance, music, but then acting was a big part of it. So, yeah.
Good. And what age? Because I, you know, like I said, I've known you all my life.
Almost all the time.
Yeah, I thought I was,
Good portion of it. Good portion of it.
Majority of it, you know. But when did you decide that you wanted to start screenwriting and just doing anything involving, movies?
The first thing I wrote was, I was always into comic books.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So the first thing I wrote was a comic, and once I did that, that gave me this type of confidence that I was going to, that I can do it.
Was it Ninja Turtles?
I used to draw Ninja Turtles, but I really wanted to write, and I think I sent it over to Cruz. Shout out to Cruz.
What's up, Cruz?
And we were talking about it, and if you remember, the first skit that we were going to do, it was me, you, Cruz, Damon.
Man, we should.
And those two.
Damon?
Yeah, Damon.
Shout out to Damon. Was Marvin there too?
Marvin, yeah.
We should have did that, man.
And remember, you had the two people from The Job come through.
Yeah, we should have did that, man.
So that was the first, and that didn't go the way I wanted to go, and it was from that point on that I said, listen, I want to do this for real. So
you know what's crazy about that? That was way before, like, YouTube really started popping off. That had to be. I don't even think my son was born. That had to be maybe 15 years ago.
The funny thing is when me and Terrence, shout out Terrence, we started doing skits. The very first skit, you remember we did, YouTube reached out to us, but we thought it was a scam. It was
wow.
What?
Yeah, we ignored it. It was years ago. We didn't know who they were.
It's all good.
But we was like, man, that's a scam. We ignored it. And
wow,
go figure. Look at it now. So, but yeah, that was one of the first things we always wanted to do. Always wanted to just do film. Writing was the only thing I always wanted to do.
You need to get back into that, man.
I got a few things coming up. I got a few things I'm writing.
We need to do that, man. So what other kind of roles like would you see yourself doing in the future? Because this is a what you thought I was gonna say?
No, I got a whole list.
Because this is a black love
right
relationship web series. So what other kind of roles you see yourself doing?
Ooh, I've always wanted to do an era piece. Now it's gonna be kind of hard because I had to shave my hair off, like 1920s, 1800s. I always wanted to do an era piece. Like that is just I love that time.
I'm not.
Period.
What's the era piece? I don't know what that is.
Well, like something from the 1800s, 1850, 17, maybe the early 1900s.
Okay.
I've always wanted to do that. Still do, but and I know I can cover all this up with wigs and stuff. So shout out to anybody who's doing that. Just holler at me. Also, I wanted to do like a psychological piece because, something like a psychological thriller where I can play crazy. Because, I kind of do that in real life.
All right.
So I can use that.
Most of y'all do.
Because I've done comedy. I've done comedy before. Not necessarily in film, but like on stage. I've done comedy. I've also done very dramatic, where I'm getting beat up and I got to cry on cue and this and that. So I just want to kind of step out my box. I'm going to do a psychological thriller. Nothing scary. I don't want to do horror movies because I don't want to have nightmares. But yeah, that I also want to be, I said yesterday, a superhero. I said first plus size.
There's never been one.
Superhero.
Right? No, never been one.
No.
That's right.
And I could be her. Thank you.
That's right.
Got to practice running and all of that. But, got to work on that. But yeah. So I don't know. I just want to press the limits of, what they think that plus size actors can do, and show people that, hey, I can do that.
It can happen. It can happen. It happened. What's the plus, I'm going to say plus size white comedian? What's her name?
McCarthy.
No, not her, but she's dope
The
too.
one from England.
The blonde hair one. She does stand up.
Jeez, what's her name?
The
she
one
was in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, she's from England.
I can't. Is she from England?
Australia, yeah.
She's
English, I think. Yeah.
But I feel like, there's none for us. Monique lost weight, but really other than that, there's not really a lot of sisters plus size. Well, you have McCarthy.
This is the thing, and this is what I realize is you have to create it. If
it's not there, you gotta do it.
Yeah, they're not going to give you. They're going to always find some way to say that you don't fit the mold and stuff. Right. So you have to create it. We have to create it, and then once we create it, then we can have them look at it and say, "Well, damn, we didn't think that'd work." So now you have to
You have to show people the vision because some people don't have the vision for it. You know, because I've met people who they'll prefer somebody with a look over somebody with actual talent, to bring out the part. And I understand when you have a certain thing in mind, that's what you want to see. But sometimes step outside of your box because you can get something that you can take something that was good and make it great.
Right.
If you just sometimes be willing to step outside of what your vision is for it.
I think it can work. Like this pretty much has been the resurgence of women, and I feel like in entertainment, acting, music, and I feel like if someone does that, it can work.
It's funny you say that because that's one thing I'm always pushing. Like I'm always pushing DuVonne to. I want to direct. I got a couple of things.
Yeah, he's been trying to get me.
You should do it. You should do it.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
And even episode 5, I had Miss Regina as shout out Miss Regina to be first AD. You
have the most shout outs on this podcast.
I know it's been a whole
You did like 10, so far.
So
shout out my baby.
That's what I like to do. I like to try to put especially any woman in a position, but I definitely like to put women of color in certain positions that they can succeed in, and directing is one of them.
We need our story told from us.
Yeah,
this is the male Oprah right here. You get the direct. You get the direct.
Yeah, like I said with episode 5, we had that was majority women.
So it's a total. This web series is total of 5.
It's a total of 5.
I want to ask you too. Remember what I showed you years ago?
What's that?
money and violence.
Right.
Was that the inspiration you doing this? Because I was like, this is something you should be doing.
Web series is just the way to go right now, because if you can't get to where, if you can't get, I mean, even though Tyler Perry Studios is right down the street, you still gotta get them to look over the fence and say, okay, who that is out there.
Right.
So you gotta work. You gotta grind to put that stuff out there. And a web series, just to get someone's attention right quick, just to let them know you're here, is the best way to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, it worked for them. I mean, they stopped doing it, but after the buzz from season 1. Rock Nation picked them up for season 2, and
right.
I don't know what happened after that. It didn't work out, but at least it got their attention.
Hey,
what?
Karen.
Oh, what's up, Miss Karen? Whoever it is. What movie, like one of your favorite movies, or movie that that you've seen before, that you looked at, you like, you know what? I could see myself, doing that, playing that part, being that role.
Ooh.
And don't say Waiting to Exhale, because I feel like you're gonna say that. That's a crazy movie.
No. A movie that I saw that I could, I don't know.
Like you looked at, you was like, you know what? I could have did that role. I could have did better. I could have did it.
I wanted to be in so many things. I wanted to do 12 Years a Slave. I could have been in that.
I never saw that.
It was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, I'll pass.
She would tell Ejiofor, he's like one of my favorite actors. Every time I say his name, who?
The African
People don't know. Yes.
I know you're talking about.
Oh
I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, he's dope. He's a great actor. Yeah.
Yes. 12 Years a Slave. I wanted to be in that, even though it wouldn't be a lead part. I just, I could do it. What else? Of course, Wakanda. I swear, I could have been one of the plus size, Guardian shave off my hair with the rest of them. I could have done that. I don't know. There's no one thing. I know I see more shows, probably, like Sisters. I wanted to audition for that, but I could not. I wasn't able to make it to Atlanta for that. But like,
that's the Tyler Perry show.
That's one of his new sitcoms right now. Even somebody on the Oval, one of my friends was like, "Oh, you could have been the first lady, for plus size first lady," and I was like, you know what, I probably could have, So things like that I want to do. Yeah, I could see myself doing any of that.
What do you guys? We talked about it the other day. What do you guys think about?
His face.
I'm gonna be easy. The last couple of years I feel like it's been trendy for Hollywood to easily just make dozens of slave movies. Like, we had a conversation with my pops a couple of years ago. He said I was stupid because I said I don't want to see him. I'm like at the time 30-something-year-old man. I know about all this stuff already. Like, if I don't, I can go back, and watch the stuff that I didn't see. Because I just felt like it was Hollywood's like, you know what? This one came out. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. They don't see us doing anything else. For the younger generation, I feel like that's for them. But as a 30, 40-year-old male, it's like, I don't need to keep seeing a new slave movie every week.
Well, it's not so much just a new slave movie. It's because if you rely on Hollywood to tell your story, it's going to be incomplete.
The narrative will be different.
Yeah. I mean, like, why haven't we seen a Frederick Douglass film?
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Why haven't we seen a true story, the depiction of the Black Panthers? Like, I love Huey Newton. Like, why haven't we seen that? Or even if they, like, I'm not ashamed to say I didn't know who Nat Turner was until
I'm glad. Yeah, I did.
That's
I did. That's one of the ones that I really wanted to see. Was that one?
The thing about it is just we can't be ignorant. We tend to get ignorant and bash people just because, like, how they just literally tore into the lady because she, because she was from overseas and she got the role. You know what I mean? We got to celebrate it, man. That's Well,
that's different. I mean, people have to realize, like, just like Idris Elba, like, when he was on The Wire, you didn't know he was from London at all.
See, and that's the thing. I think women get hit harder in this industry than males do. Because, like you said, he's from England, and when he came over, nobody was ranting and raving about him being an English actor and being all up and through The Wire every season. He was a main staple in that series.
String a bell.
Women are still having to fight harder than our male counterparts, unfortunately, in this industry, and it's even worse when, like you all said, with the young lady who won the part for who got the part for Harriet. You know, she's been bashed, and I don't understand.
I don't get that. Yeah.
You know, and so far as like another slave movie, like Lindell was saying, I think it's not so much because there's some things that I learned about Harriet Tubman in this movie that I didn't know before. Because see, what we see in our history books doesn't teach you everything. It doesn't teach you the truth, that's for sure. And then what we see from Hollywood's narrative, depending on who's doing it, who's directing it, who wrote it, whatever, produced it, the narrative is going to be different. So, for me, what happened?
I'm listening to Harley.
Uh-huh.
Harley told me to draw a hot 16.
Wow.
So, for me, I think it's not about it being another slave movie. It's us telling our stories finally. Well, because we haven't always been able to do that.
True. I mean, like movies like Nat Turner and Harriet, the story has never been told before. So I get those.
Right.
But there's some movies that's obviously just trendy because they see one word.
Like what though? Name something.
Because I haven't heard anything about it.
12 Years a Slave, and then it was multiple movies that came after.
So you're just saying the slave
movies, right? I feel like when Hollywood does that, I feel like they only see us doing these roles or playing thugs.
What I
and
tell
if you go
people,
hold on, before you go to the movie theater too, when you go to the movie theater, majority of the people in the movie theater are white.
Harriet was all black. It was like one or two white couples in there with us.
You know, mine was the one I saw.
Yeah, like when I've seen these movies before, is majority of people are white people.
You know what though? I think white people, and I can't because I'm not Caucasian. I don't really know how they think. And I'm sure it's not so alien to us, but you know, they do think a little bit differently. I think they're curious.
Yeah,
they're curious. That's what it is too. There's a lot of curiosity.
So? Yeah, I think so too.
Because this is not their story. They're some of them trying to understand where we came from or why we are the way that we are today, possibly. But I think it's a lot of curiosity. Because you see, you like on a social level, you see the divide between blacks and whites. You know, there's a divide. Not all of us, but there is, you know, that air right now with the prejudice. And I think white people don't understand us as a people. And so they go to see these movies to try and get some sort of backstory, you know, on us. And where we came from, why we break, you know, why the family unit is how it is. And, you know.
What I tell people in the industry or just even with music, if you don't like what you're seeing, make what you like to see. Especially when I see a Snoop Dogg or whoever talk about the slave movie or whatever it is, somebody who has that capital, who can make it, you have these people like in South Florida, people trying to come up with writers who have the stories to tell. So get behind them and help them produce the films that you know what I mean. I
think it might be a little easier said than done for somebody like, I mean, even though Snoop Dogg is a celebrity, just like how Kanye trying to go into the fashion world and they want him in there, they don't want us in Hollywood. So it's kind of easier said than done for someone like Ice Cube to be like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own.
But that's what I'm saying. If they don't want you in Hollywood, there's too many avenues and too many platforms right now that you can get your stuff out. Since I released the trailer for Matter of Minutes, I've had a couple of people to hit me up to let me know when the series come out to put it on their platform. So streaming is contagious right now. It's not about, it doesn't have to hit there. Like right now, I just found out the movie The Banker for Samuel Jackson.
I can't wait to see that.
It's coming on Apple TV.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a movie called The Banker with Samuel Jackson and Anthony Mackie about how they tried to buy a bank in the 1950s. What they had to do with
it looks great.
But it's going straight to Apple TV.
So, Apple and Amazon.
Yeah, everybody.
Based on a true story, for me, these are the kind of stories I would like to see. You know what I'm saying? I like to see like About Last Night. That's a remake from a white movie back in the 80s.
Yeah.
I like to see us do the same thing. Like we don't always have to play slaves and thugs and to get recognition. Like if you need to do it, like I said, for the younger generation who never saw it, that's fine. But when I start seeing stuff, entertainment's a lot. When I start seeing stuff just piggyback because somebody else did something, they do it in music. Like it's lack of creativity for me.
I don't think people are necessarily doing it for recognition. I think what's happening is we know that, like like I said, Hollywood tells our story from their narrative, their perspective. I think people who are historians, who love history, they do these type of films to preserve our history. I think that's a part of it. To also, like you said, for the younger generation, there's a lot of kids who don't know who Harriet Tubman is. There are some kids today don't even know what Malcolm X did or what Martin Luther King Jr. did. I saw a video, and it was a white guy going around just asking people randomly, hey, what do you think about Martin Luther King Jr.? Are you going to his party next week? They're like, yeah, they don't even know that the man is not here.
Wow.
You know, so I think that they're doing it to preserve our history, not so much to be recognized for making another slave movie or this is all that we can do, because Hollywood has come a long way when it comes to that. We still got a long way to go. Very long way to go. But there have been an influx of more black movies in recent years than I've ever seen growing up.
Absolutely.
And so, and not all of them are slave movies. So I just think, you know, we don't know the person's intent for making it, but I think part of it is to preserve the history and to share. Because, like I said, there's some stuff that I didn't even know. Right. Like, even with 12 Years a Slave, I didn't know that happened. That they snatch free people up and sell them. And that they, you know, the man was gone from his family for years. You know? And this is I think that story was based on on a true story.
Was it?
So, I believe so. And stuff like that, you know, we don't know these things because our history books don't teach us that. Right. You know?
Shout out to you know, the creators out there, you know, the F. Gary Grays, the Ice Cubes. I can't think of none right now, but it's rest in peace, John Singleton. Like, I'm all for people who Spike Lee. I'm all people who's original.
Even everybody mad at him right now. Antoine Fuqua, that's still my dude.
No, he's dope.
He's dope. You know, on a personal tip, people hating on him.
Why? Because Nicole Murphy thing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, his work is dope. What's homie that did Black Panther?
Oh, damn it, Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, you know, they're changing the game and they're creative. So I love to see stuff like that.
Like I said, the platforms are out there. You just gotta get with, and that's another thing. You gotta get with a good team. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do this without the team that I had, which, you know what I mean, with Andrew Lee, Leo, DuVonne, Joe, even all the way down to even Tony, Mr. Jen, everybody on set talked to me and make sure that, you know, we kept it moving, kept it fresh, because you need a team. And one thing is that we always say we want to be a team, but you have to step up. Somebody has to take the back seat and say, I'll play the back seat and let you do this.
Everybody got to play their role.
Yeah, I have no problem with, I don't have to be a director. I don't have to. You know what I mean? I don't take that role. I don't have to produce. I don't have to do these things. Let's just get it done. It's too much talent out here not to get it done. We spend more time bickering and talking about why we spend so much time talking about why this lady shouldn't have portrayed this role, and we could have took that time and energy and put out there what we wanted to see. Pick somebody in history and we write about it.
Create your own content.
Yeah. To me, that shows a great actor or actress. If they're from London and they're in a movie or a TV show, you can't tell. Yeah. That's great acting.
Shout out to Cynthia Erivo. You killed it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And she can sing. Do you know, because she was already famous. Singing. The girl is ridiculous. Like, the soundtrack, she sang, that's her singing the song.
Oh, they have a soundtrack to Harriet?
Man.
Yeah, I know in the movie she was singing.
People listening,
she has a whole singing career.
If you haven't seen it, I haven't seen it, but everyone I talked to said Harriet is a good movie. You know, my black people, please go out there. White people, everybody go check it out.
For yourself.
It's not your typical, you know, people going to find what they want to find the fuss about, but it's not your typical slave movie.
It's not.
Right. That's good to hear.
Because you see her in power. You see that she, against all odds, against all the naysayers, this woman risked her life and her freedom and relied solely on God. Like, the connection between her and God was amazing. I've never seen nothing like it. To free slaves. You know? And she spent her whole life doing that.
She was part of the. I didn't know she was part of the Civil War. That's what they said.
Didn't know that either.
She freed 750 slaves.
Really?
700. She was on foot.
And she was willing to go herself. She went so far as on foot 600 miles.
Yeah.
One way and 600 miles back.
Shout out to
She had some real blisters on them feet.
I bet she did, man.
Them dogs was barking.
Like, I have a newfound respect for Harriet Tubman because I didn't know half of this stuff.
Yeah, you know, like you said, they don't teach us. They're gonna tell us a little bit, if that, and just leave it alone.
Yeah.
So what? I'm gonna ask both of you guys, but I'm gonna ask you first. What if someone came to you with just some kind of a vision of a movie and they wanted you to help out? Is there anything that's like off limits to you?
I have to see the story to see what it's about, because I'm not going to say it's off limits, because I'm not going. We can look out the same window, be seeing two different views. So I'm going to hear your side and see how it touched my spirit. You know what I mean? You know, it's certain things, but I have to hear it first. Because I got stuff that I'm writing that but I know people are not going to be on board. 3/4 to the moon. We already know.
That sounds crazy already.
Yeah.
The title. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, so a lot of people not going to be on board with it. And I got two more like that people not going to be on board with. But you got to step outside. It's like you saying, you have to challenge yourself and step outside your comfort zone. Right. We know we got the gangster movies. We know we got the slavery movies. Right. They expect us to write those types of movies. So why can't we know movies? Why not? Why not write something different? Why not do something different? Just challenge yourself. Right.
So, what about yourself? Is there a role or something, that is off limits?
Well, being and he puts the camera on me. Look at that. All right. I think anything where I have to be nude is probably, out for me. Totally, I just maybe a little hint here and there, but nothing too out there because I still got body issues. What?
Lizzo,
I do.
Lizzo shut that.
Lizzo shut it down, but still,
killing it.
Lizzo is, I got different things going on. It's not just about my size.
I just need to know where she pull out that flute from every time. She pull out that flute.
And she plays it. So for me, probably that. I had an opportunity to play, and my son got really upset with me about that. A prostitute, but it was in a major film, with Matthew McConaughey and Snoop Dogg and them.
Wow.
And he was really upset about that. Mom, you playing it what did he say? What is it? It starts with a P. Something about propaganda. Something like that.
I'm just talking about.
But anyway, yeah, he used some words.
So how old was he when this was going on?
This was earlier. No, this was late last year. Yeah.
How old was he?
My son?
Yeah.
I can't tell you because if you don't know how old I am.
Damn, they ain't not gonna know.
28.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought he was like a little boy or something.
No.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah, he was upset about that. So stuff like that, I don't think, for me, I want to play parts that mean something to somebody. And I'm sure even a part like that could mean something to someone somewhere.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it has to have purpose for me.
It has to make sense.
And that, for sure, with me, it has to make sense. Like, if the storyline doesn't make sense, I'm going to have a hard time doing it. And I probably won't.
Yeah. Can't sacrifice your integrity.
No.
At all.
I work too hard. I've been at this for a long time. And I've earned the right to say no and to demand certain things.
Everything's not for everybody.
Right.
If you're not comfortable, it's not, you don't feel it in your
Take
heart.
that back over there, please.
You say no. You know what I mean? So what's next after this web series? Do you have, you say you got a lot of stuff lined up.
Yeah, after this is I'm trying to film Oh
Yeah,
I have the pursuits.
What? You say
The
the streets?
The pursuits.
He said
Oh.
the streets.
Yeah, I have the pursuits coming out. That should be coming out soon. I actually have 3/4 to the Moon that's coming out.
That one's
I'm
something.
working with.
You slide little brother in one of these roles.
Yeah, I'm working with Sierra on. We're doing her web series. It's called 30/30. Shout out Sierra.
Sierra. You say Sierra.
Sierra the mogul. I'm trying to be like her when I grow up.
So,
people think it's Sierra.
yeah,
Russell
so
Wilson Sierra.
I am working on. I got a few projects that I'm helping people write. Yeah, and I'm just trying to get DuVonne to direct some of this stuff. So
Yeah, that's coming up next.
So you ready to step up to the director? See,
The thing is, I'm working on a book, and that is really eating up my time because I want to be done with this book. But by the end of this year, I've
That's
been
what I
working
wanna
on
do.
it for a very long time now. And God kind of gave me the message: now or never, get it done, or it's not. You know, whatever the destiny is for it is
Right.
not going to happen. So I am trying to focus all of my time on getting this sucker finished so that I can be freed up and fulfill, you know, what God told me to do. Because I'm tired of being disobedient. It gets me nowhere.
he gonna let you know too.
Oh, listen.
You're like, chill out.
Yeah.
Chill out. That's what I want to do. Always want to write a book.
So write it.
Yeah, just get started.
Just write it. That's the only thing to get started. You can structure.
That's the
and
hardest
put,
part,
Just
getting
get started.
started.
Just get started. Put work. Get them out. Even if you put it on your phone. It's so many times I'm at work. I'm putting ideas in my phone. I wrote a whole second series in my head, either in my head, and I put it on in my phone before I even get to the computer. Just do it. Wake up in the middle of the night. Like there's a lot of times when everybody's asleep, I'm up writing.
So, yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you gotta put in your most work when everybody's sleeping. So that's dope. We all got our phones up here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a question, see where this goes. I'm saying nothing crazy. You can only have 3 apps, only 3 in your phone. What apps would it be? Only 3.
Now, let me ask you: is there apps that I can't get on my phone now that I can have on?
What do you mean?
Like, if I can get Final Draft on my phone,
Is that an app that exists?
yeah, but it's only on Apple. They don't have it on the Android,
Yeah,
so
Apple
Nah.
got their own thing.
see that ain't
going
right,
on,
man.
like-
That ain't right.
Nah, just you
From-
got Samsung
Alright.
apps, just 3 apps.
Definitely YouTube, Instagram, and my bank app. I got to make sure the money right.
Exactly. She going through the phone now.
I gotta see which apps mean the most to me. Hold on.
I would probably say. I would say YouTube, the Bible app, and Cash App. You know, gotta have that money right. You know what I'm saying.
See, if I got my Wells Fargo app, I could just sell you some money. I don't even need the cash.
You know what? Yes, take Cash App off of that.
Yeah,
Put my credit union.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All
So,
right.
Yeah, credit union, the Bible app, and YouTube. That's it.
So me, because I can do all of that online, I don't need no banking apps or the Bible apps. I can go online. I need Filmora Go because that's how I edit
What's
my
that?
videos.
Oh, okay.
I need that.
I need that actually too.
I don't even
y'all,
know what that is.
y'all gotta send me that. I need that.
I don't even know if I need YouTube because I could upload videos via my laptop. I don't have to go through my phone. You know, I can do it through the laptop. But Filmora Go is a definite. I might have to say YouTube.
You need that YouTube. You need it. You
Filmora
need that.
Go, YouTube, and I've been without Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat before.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
So one cut Filmora Go and YouTube.
What's one cut? You don't know what your one
I
cut
don't
is?
know what cut it is.
That sound
I
like something-
edit videos on my phone.
I need both of those.
So
I need
that's
both of
what
those.
I use.
I edit them on my phone.
No, I do. I edit them on my
I
phone.
need both of those apps there.
Because I didn't have, after, they broke in my house, they took my laptop. I didn't have a laptop for years, and I recently was gifted a laptop. Thank you, Lil Giant.
What we got?
Who what now? What?
Let's see if I can bring them on.
Who's that? That's Joe?
That's Joe.
Be careful.
I
See,
don't-
where's he calling from?
I don't know. I don't see
Not
Joe
locked up, is
Washington.
he?
I don't think I could. I don't know. They ain't saying I could bring him on. You
boy-
gotta
that
ask
boy-
him.
that
What's
boy-
up, Joe?
Locked up.
Yeah, that's Joe.
You got his voice?
I don't know. He say he watching, nigga.
Turn it up.
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Oh no!
He look.
Yeah,
I'm saying that trailer.
Just say he's
I see his face up there.
You know who he look like? The guy in the Tyler Perry movie.
Which one?
The mean guy. What movie was that? Probably his only good movie.
That My Black Woman.
That is Little Girls. The drug dealer.
I can't think of his name.
Ooh.
I
He
know.
look crazy. That's what Joe look like. Joe look crazy.
Look
Like
it
that.
up because
The
I
guy-
can't think of
the
it.
guy-
He was with the baby mama. The
Yeah.
drug dealer. Neighborhood
I
drug
can't
dealer.
think his name.
Joe look like him. Joe look crazy.
I'm about to look it up. Tyler
Like I didn't know what was gonna happen in the trailer. When he got in your
You
face,
didn't?
he was like, "You telling me?" I'm like, "Oh shoot!" Like,
I know, didn't it?
Yo,
look so
yeah, I
sick?
didn't know what was going on. I'm like, "Yo, what you got going on here?"
You thought he was a straight stalker?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Like, oh man,
Gary Anthony Sturgis.
I don't know his name. He just look.
Let
Let me see the picture. He look crazy as hell.
That one.
Yeah.
That's him. That's him.
Yeah.
That's Joe. That's Joe.
Gary Anthony.
What's his name? Joe in the movie?
Sturgis.
Yeah, somebody call you Gary Surges. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They related. So tell everybody where they could reach you guys and as far as checking out. Where can they where can they see the trailer first and foremost?
Well, you can see the trailer.
And what's the name of the web series
The
again?
name of the web series is called Matter of Minutes.
Okay.
You can find it on YouTube. Just type in Matter of Minutes.
Or you can go to
straight-
Go Live Filmz, all
Yeah.
one word with a Z.
Go Live Filmz with a Z.
Okay.
Subscribe,
Yeah, exactly. Please, we need you to subscribe.
All you gotta do is just hit the
We're trying
buttons.
to get
People.
that season 2
like
going.
and share.
What else?
And the date of the release.
November 27th.
So this is right after
right around the
that.
corner.
Right around the corner, November 27th at 7:30. First episode 1 premiere. So while y'all cooking them collard greens and everything cooking, and you need a little break, sit down and watch Matter of Minutes.
Or you can watch it while you're cooking,
That's
know,
true,
because
too.
it'll be exciting. It'll get you through that, chopping up stuff and all
So
of that.
it's gonna be every week.
Yeah,
Gonna
every
drop?
week.
What
every
day?
week. It's gonna start the day before Thanksgiving and end on Christmas. 5 episodes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we're working we're working on season 2 right now.
Oh, you are.
Trying to get Joe back. Yeah. Joe and Fun back. We gotta. And yeah, definitely.
Someone telling me he got arrested in season 1.
Damn.
I'm just
Absolutely not.
Joe, I don't-
not
Joe-
all black men
No,
get arrested, dog.
The mean
They say
looking
you
ones.
done
He
got
trying to
arrested.
put you
I
in
don't know.
jail, bro.
I don't want to see my brother in jail. He just looked.
Said he seen me got arrested in the
Yeah,
first
he
season.
just looked crazy in that one.
Yeah, man. We had fun. It was some hard work, definitely.
Like everything.
Long days. So just if you put the work in,
How long did it take to complete it?
Jesus, we've been shooting for months.
We started shooting in January. Literally just finished. Really, and
It's hard trying to get everybody's schedules.
yeah,
and
everybody's
stuff,
schedule.
'cause
That's
so
the
many
hard thing.
people involved.
Yeah, and a lot of moving parts. So
We talked about this guy briefly. I'm a huge fan of him, Tyler Perry. What did seeing him with the whole studio and everyone there? What did that do
She
for
went
you
to the
guys?
studio. I didn't go.
Oh, you actually went to the studio.
I didn't go when it was open. I went. Tyler, I'm not a stalker. I promise. I love Tyler Perry. I've been wanting to be in Tyler Perry's anything since I learned about him many moons ago. I went to the base, it was formerly a base, but I went when I think probably after he purchased it, he's probably only owned it for a few months, and they wouldn't let us on the property. But I think when I saw the clips and everything and all the pictures of the grand opening, everything in my soul says I am supposed to be there. It breathed new life into the cells of my body. Like it gave me an energy and it gave me a new hope. It gave me a new something to reach for. And even though my book is not a film, like it even breathed life into me being more focused on getting that done because I need to be there. that's it. That's my tribe. That's my people, you know? Yeah, I was supposed to be there. So for me, I was so excited. I cried a little bit. Just a little bit. I did. But I think it's just so amazing to see a black man, despite what people said about him. Because see, everybody who had something negative to say about him, they were still there. Now you got to come to his table. You had something to say about the man, but he built his own table, and he's sharing it with you despite what you said about him and how you felt about his work and this and that. So, yes, and dedicated sound stages to some people who had some stuff to say.
How long?
Spike Lee.
Yeah, I was trying not to say.
We're not gonna do Spike like that.
I love
Spike Lee.
But shout out to Spike for ironing out their differences and talking. And they have an area named after him.
A soundstage.
Yeah, so that's dope.
So I just think what he's doing is amazing. I mean, come on. They said Paramount, MG, all you could fit the 3 main Hollywood studios on his lot and still have about 30-something acres left.
Wow,
that's crazy.
The man had I salute Mr. Tyler Perry. I'm gonna work with him one day. From my mouth to God's ears, prophesying. We'll work with him one day.
What about you, man?
Listen, if I can get on it right now, I'll take a step back. If I can do IT at the studios right now.
Listen, I'll do admin. Just get the foot in the door, okay?
I'll do some IT with I run the network over there, but yeah, I would like to get there one day.
You will.
You will.
You know what I'm saying? I like to get there one day.
And in closing, for me with the Tyler Perry situation, you know how I feel about Tyler Perry. But it was huge. Again, I'm not a fan of everything that he does, but to see this, for us, is a huge accomplishment. I respect his hustle from being homeless and putting his life savings into, doing plays, even though I only watched it once. I used to sell it allegedly. PRC back in the day. But,
wow, you worked there too.
Everybody worked there.
Everybody worked there. These months, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't, you ain't live right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have a life. But yeah.
Dang, I haven't heard that in so long.
But I used to sell them and I used to make a killing, allegedly. But, it definitely motivated me to just have ownership and have my own and just work hard. Even though I don't like all his stuff, but you could pull some kind of inspiration out of everything, even the things that you don't like or totally agree with. Well, so I
mean, because I didn't even know acrimony was a word until he came out with.
You so special. You're not by yourself though.
Yeah, me look it up.
Listen, right? You got to be in the dictionary so you know what you're gonna be watching.
Man, I've never seen that movie. I probably never will. But
no, that was a
good movie, bro.
You need to see that.
It wasn't.
I can't do it. Yeah, but shout outs to Mr. Tyler in the studio and what he shout out to him. Proud of him. So, where can we find you at? If anyone wants to see you.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook.
Other than Matter of Minutes.
Other than Matter of Minutes on YouTube under Go Live Filmz, one word with a Z. I'm on Facebook, DuVonne T Moore, DuVonne T Moore, and that's on Facebook and Twitter. And I'm also on IG at I_am_do_more, DUMOORE.
That sounds like a lot, man.
It's not that much.
Where can they find you at, sir?
I'm Go Live Filmz with a Z on everything.
Yes, he keep it simple.
Yeah, Go Live Filmz with a Z on everything.
No, I always wanted to say.
What's that?
Remember we had that fight in the backyard, and I thought I had got a good hit on him.
Yeah, let's go, man.
A good couple of hits.
I don't know what to talk about. I don't fight. I don't do things like that.
We were really young.
Like a lot of me.
And I just felt good. I got some hits on him. I hit him real hard, Man, he picked me up and just threw me across the yard. Yeah.
I can see that happening.
He did.
The guilt is on your face.
This is alleged.
The allegations have not yet.
He just picked me up and just threw me across the yard.
There were no witnesses.
I don't know what he talking about.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, man.
Ma, this never happened.
But again,
I don't touch my mama kids, so no, that ain't happening.
Lies, man. Lies. You see, I got this guy shirt on. You lying?
Yeah, so.
But tell us again the release date.
Release date is November 27th at 7:30 p.m.
And where they can find it again and watch it?
On YouTube under Go Live Filmz with a Z. Matter of minutes. Please
subscribe. It was great you guys showing up. And again, everybody listening, you can follow me on YouTube, the Rellcast, also on anchor.fm/Rellcast. On Anchor, remember you can leave voice messages, and hopefully if they're good, they will be played on the next episode. Also, iPhone users, iTunes.
Oh, I forgot we were recording over there.
Yeah, you about to head out before we finish. iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, and Spotify, of course. So check us out. And it's the Rellcast.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
Please support the arts. Please. You don't understand how hard it is for people to bring you content, for these actors that are on set forever. They hungry, they feet hurt. I mean, when somebody is sweating, they have to learn the lines. Sometimes the lines switch up the time. Please support it because it's ridiculous. I don't think nobody understands how hard it is to create something and bring something to you.
I got it even better, man. You tap dancing. Look, check this out. You tap dancing. We like we said earlier, we complain about what we don't like. So if it's things out there, whatever it is, movies, music, support it. To like, to subscribe, doesn't cost you a thing to do. If you can wait outside in line for 45 minutes to get a chicken sandwich at Popeyes,
or some sneakers,
or wait hours for some Jordans, you could subscribe and support people that's doing something that you may or try to. You see people trying. We have a problem in our community. We don't support each other. Yes, I did say it. We don't support each other.
But I don't want you to support me just because I'm black.
No. Not because of that. If it's dope, regardless of the color. But I'm just saying, with us, we have a problem with supporting each other.
There.
Yeah.
Right. It just starts somewhere. So yes.
So,
all right.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming. Rellcast, and we out.